I normally don't record like this, laying down. I'm actually against the wall, but I'm just tired. And check out my short earlier if you have not checked out the short, Redeemed France. Check that out. It doesn't matter if you're French or not. Check it out, basically. But y'all know me. I'm always spitting. I'm gonna be spitting. Basically, I wanna thank you guys for all your support for Redeemed, but I'm also just gonna ask for prayer. I had a really hard week this past week, really hard, and really hard at work. You know, the enemy trying to come, in a relationship, trying to, bother me and my girlfriend. Um, just extreme demonic attacks as well. Um, a lot of them at work. Excuse me. And I've just been going through it. I felt better today than I have all week. Maybe it's because I'm alone. I don't know, but I feel a lot better not being around people today. And I just, when you get closer to God, I did a fast. And, I'd say pretty much my fast was successful. But all hell broke loose after it. I always tell you guys to get closer to God, but I want you guys to understand that you will be spiritually attacked for getting closer to God. But kind of like what I was saying to the people of France earlier, your what you go through brings glory to God because it strengthens you, and this is about God's purpose. So I know that this is bigger than me. What I go through is bigger than me. Me being up here is bigger than me, but it's still hard. It's still hard. And sometimes, like, I know I have people I can text, hey, pray for me. Hey, pray for me. But sometimes it's just hard for me to just do that. But then I remember I got you guys. So, I don't have to feel pressured to text anyone. I can just come up here and ask for prayer. And I think last September I asked you guys for prayer, and y'all came through. You came through, and that let me know I can be vulnerable with you. I'm not up here because I'm perfect. I'm not up here because I got it all right and you got it all wrong. No, I got it wrong too sometimes. And just like I made a prayer video the other day praying for you guys, hey, there's going to be times I'm going to come up here and, like, listen, I'm messed up. I need help. I need prayer. And today is one of those days for me. Um, I want to build an actual connection, not just a talking head, you know. But one of the things about me is I try to keep it real. I never record like this. Usually I'm always out and about or straight up. I'm literally just laying back. I don't really have a lot of energy. But I just need prayer for one, first thing, another job. Please, for the love of God, another job. I cannot stay working here anymore. Please keep that in your prayer. Roberto, Lord, help Roberto get another job. Open the door for Roberto. Another thing is to stay with God. Yesterday I was questioning my own faith. I don't know if you've been there, but life gets so hard. You begin to question your own faith in God. And it was rough. I even considered giving up. I even considered giving up. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I've considered giving up and I've considered walking away from God multiple times. Believe it or not, yes. I have considered it multiple times, but I never have. I don't. But it just gets so hard when you're in the fire, right? So pray for me that I stay the path of Jesus. Pray for me. Because it's not just about me. Everyone gets affected by my decision. My girlfriend will get affected by my decision. The church gets affected by my decision. My job gets affected by my decision. This YouTube channel will be, you know, my decisions affect multiple people, not just myself anymore like it used to. So please keep that in your prayers that I stay the straight and narrow. I'm not going to obviously walk away, but life is tempting, right? I want to stay on the right path. I need prayer against demonic attacks. I'm constantly being attacked spiritually through people, sometimes in the middle of the night. There's demonic presences in my room, and I have to fight them off in the spirit. You know, this stuff is real. As crazy as it sounds, some of you know it's real. Some of you are unaware of this. It depends on how long you've been a Christian. It depends on your walk with Jesus. But let me tell you, if you start really living for Jesus, you're going to notice some weird stuff. You know, before I was close with God, you know, I didn't really, you know, the world was just the world. I was just chilling, having chicks, playing the game. But, you know, when you start living for God, you start noticing stuff that you didn't really notice before. And then the spiritual aspect comes to life. And you realize it's a spirit, it's a spiritual aspect to stuff that I wasn't really ready for. But ready or not, God was ready for me, right? God chose me. I didn't choose this. You know, so just pray for me, you know, against spiritual attacks, especially at work. They admit it's diabolical at work. It's diabolical at work. Please pray for me for spiritual attacks. So number one is me finding a new job. Number two is me staying with Jesus and not giving up. Number three is against demonic attacks against me in so many different ways. You know, I don't want to give up. I'm not a guy that gives up. I haven't given up. But you know, sometimes I get weak, and when I get weak, I gotta have somebody I can count on, and that's you guys. You know, I'm here for you, but I praise and I thank God you're here for me too. You know, sometimes it's hard to pick up the phone and text somebody. I know I can, but sometimes I just don't have the strength to do it. You know, I don't have the strength, and I pray. Sometimes I don't want to pray. You know, sometimes I don't want to pray. Sometimes I'm struggling. I'm hurt, and I can't. I feel like I can't pray. But you know, I realize I got you guys as well. You know, so you got like I got God, and then I got my girlfriend after that, and then it's like the church, and if all else fails, I got my redeemed nation as well. You know, we're a family, and I thank God for you guys. Like I know we don't know each other. You don't know me. I don't know you. I don't care. Really, I don't. I just the support means listen, some of you guys who have left in the comments, you've talked to me better than my own family have in my entire life. And I don't even know you. You've treated me better than my entire family has ever treated me. That's crazy. I don't even know you guys, and you guys don't even know me. But God has used me to help you guys, you know, and help steer you the right direction. But I want to let you know I'm not perfect, and I'm going to need you too. I'm no better than you. My turn. You know, sometimes you're in trouble. It's going to be me coming to y'all. Sometimes it's the opposite. So please keep me in your prayer for another job. Please pray for me. And please pray for my spirit. And I also just pray for supernatural joy in the Lord. I had that before I got demonically attacked on, what was it, Tuesday? Tuesday, I got spiritually assaulted Tuesday in ways I have never felt in my life. And I've lost that joy that God gave me from my fast that I ended last week. And it was a supernatural joy in Him. And I know we don't go by just feelings, right? But man, I was on top of the world, and the devil said, "Oh, no, no, no. You can't be happy with God." And he assaulted me. But that's okay because I came to my people. I'm not in this by myself. We ride together. We ride together. And I don't care where you're from, the UK, Canada, France, Australia. Y'all know if you're from Redeem, if you rock with Redeem, we in this together. So, you know, please pray for protection over me too. and that I can get that joy back that I had with God. I got to be strong. I got to be strong for not just myself. I have a woman that depends on me. I have people who look up to me. And I got a YouTube channel where other people look up to me. But I can't do it by myself. It's all in God's strength, you know. I take no credit for any of the stuff that I do. This is all God. And I come to you guys humbly, and I ask for your prayers humbly. As a broken man, I ask for your prayers humbly. I can tell somebody out there is praying because I do feel a little bit better. Thank you. Whoever just prayed, maybe it was a few of you. I feel a difference. Thank you. You guys are pretty cool. And I know I'm happy I have people I can go to when I need help. I feel a lot clearer. Thank you. You know, isn't that funny? You can just pray for someone through a screen and God will still work. That's crazy. That's crazy. Keep praying for me. I need it. I need it, man. I need it. Last week was one of the hardest weeks, man. It was hard. It was bad, man. I literally had to go home from work early because mentally and spiritually I was so broken. Please keep me in your prayers. And yeah, check out that short. I made a short earlier. It doesn't matter if you're French or not. It's Redeemed France. Check it out. And I want to tell you guys something. When I come up here and I make videos, you want to know a secret? I pray and I say, God, what do you want your people to hear today? And then He tells me, and then I come up here and we talk. But you want to know something? He's telling me to tell you guys these certain topics because they're for me. So he what he does is whatever I'm going through in my life, he makes that the topic to preach or to talk about. But they're for me to reflect on. They're for me to say, am I living this or am I not? And if I'm not, he's telling me to live this. So every time I'm up here, I'm not here to lecture people. I'm not here to make people feel bad. I'm here to deliver the message from God, but I have to live up to all of the standards as well. I'm not exempt because I'm behind a camera. And I can't play pretend because I'm behind a camera as well because I have to be held accountable in real life by people, you know. Um, I just want you guys to know I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much, man. When I started this channel a year ago, I didn't even know. If you were to go back a year ago, January 31st, 2025, I had no idea I'd be doing a YouTube channel. Didn't even, when God told me to do it, I'm like, God, I'd rather just stay on Facebook. I mean, I don't have that many views, but I'm cool. I'm content. But God had other plans, and the rest is history. Here I am now doing this. And I didn't want to come up here. I really didn't. Because one of the reasons I didn't want to do YouTube, oh my God, like if I do YouTube, I got to compete with all these people. These people got thousands of subs, millions. I can't compete with that. Are you crazy? But he had to show me it's not about me competing with anybody. He showed me it's about me following and obeying him and letting him take care of the rest. I don't have to do anything to make anything blow. He showed me and he's telling me all I have to do is obey and let him do the work. I just obey with the topics and then let God do the rest. So in your life as well, just obey him. Seek him. Seek him out. What is he telling you to do? Even if you don't want to do it. Obey him and then watch him work it out. That's what he's taught me about YouTube. Just put the work in, obey him, and watch him work. I hope this year's the year I get a new job, man. I hope so. I'd like a car too. That'd be nice to be able to get around. I was feeling really lonely yesterday. My girl was busy, and I took off work yesterday. I just couldn't take it anymore. And I was at home by myself, right? I just felt really lonely. I didn't make a YouTube video. I didn't really do anything. I felt just really lonely. But I feel better today. I feel better today. Again, I feel partially it's because I'm not around people. People be pissing me off. I mean, they be making stuff worse sometimes. Sometimes I just gotta take a break. You feel better when you're just by yourself, you know? I know there are other people who are like, well, I'm always lonely and I wish I had people. Yeah, there's that too. I think there's a balance. I think you shouldn't be alone too much, but I also think, you should be around people, but not too much. I think there's a balance. You know, we don't want to be dependent on people too much, but we also don't want to be isolated either, because isolation is the devil's playground. He loves to torment you when you're alone as well. So, have a have a life outside of work, outside of home, and you know be around good people who are like you, like-minded. People who want to follow Jesus, and even if those people don't, be the example for them. And I really appreciate you guys. You guys don't know how much this means to me. I don't have family, believe it or not. You know, it's just me. It's me and my girl, and that's it. And if we were to ever break up, I'm by myself again. I had to leave my family. Abusive. And I'm glad I left. I'm glad. That stuff sucked, bro. That stuff sucked. But here we are, and I've made it without him. I made it without him, and I got my church family. A lot of people take craps on church, and deserving. The church is a catastrophic failure in many cases. But one thing that church does do, well, not every church, some churches do, is there's some good people in church. And I was able to link up with people in church, and they became the family I don't have. And they really came through for me, when it came to birthdays and, people around my age or younger, sometimes even older, I'll be throwing gaming parties and stuff. I invite people from church. Church people can be pretty solid if you can find the right church. And I know that's hard nowadays, right? If you can find the right church, there's some pretty solid people in church. And I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I may not have everything that I want, but God has definitely given me everything that I need. I just want more. I'll admit it. But He's given me everything that I need. And maybe it's the same for you. Maybe you don't have everything that you want, but maybe God has given you everything that you need. Because there's a difference between what we want and what we need, right? I want a new car. Do I need a new car? No. You know, I want a bunch of stuff, but I'm blessed. And sometimes I don't know about you guys, but I forget how blessed I really am. I look at the negative a lot. And I look at what the devil has done, or demons, or my own mistakes, and I blow them up. And I forget the great stuff God has done for me. He changed my life. He's still changing my life. Sometimes I feel like I'm not grateful enough. Is that you too? Do you feel like that too? Sometimes it's like you forget. You could lose what you have. We actually have a lot compared to others. Like I have a home, I have an apartment, I have all these game systems. I'm a retro game collector. I got a beautiful woman who takes care of me and is a great woman. I have a beautiful church family. I may not have real family, but I have great people. And I'm healthy. And my job sucks, but at least I have a job and income. So I think for me, one of my biggest struggles, and I'm being, honest with you guys, is I'm not grateful sometimes. I'm just not grateful enough. Is that you too? Do you sometimes feel like you're not grateful enough? You know, I think we need to do a better job of giving thanks to God. I know I do. Sometimes I forget because I focus on the negative a lot. Like I've been down all this week because of these demonic attacks, and I'm tired, and I almost had hypothermia on Thursday. I didn't get it, but I mean, very, because if I had hypothermia, God, I don't know if we did it in the hospital, but It was really bad, and I was slurring my speech. I was out in the cold too long. Just so many bad things were happening to me, and I just wanted to walk away from God. I'm just tired of this, God. Like, I want to travel the world. I want to have fun with, sharing the gospel. But yet you just got me working at a homeless shelter, going through all of this BS, you know. But I've been given a lot. I've been given a lot. And I'm sure you guys feel the same, maybe in another way. But you've been given a lot too, you know. So please keep me in your prayers. I need prayer a lot. I don't want to walk away from my God. I don't want to walk away from my responsibilities. I don't want to walk away from YouTube. I want to stick this out with my King. But I'm not going to lie to you either. I'm a little bit nervous. The demonic attack I felt that last week, I was not ready for. That's an attack I haven't felt in a couple of years. It felt like, I don't know if you've ever been around a possessed person. I have only been around a demonically possessed person only one time in my life. It was actually at work in my office. Yes, this can actually happen. I had never experienced it. I mean, I knew it could happen, but I never actually experienced it until I did. Um, Being around a possessed person is it almost the best way I can describe it is it feels like the inside of you, like your spirit is corrupted. Like like something's wrong on the inside. You don't feel right anymore. I felt that this past week. I don't know if the person is possessed or not. I don't know. But being around and having a conversation with this particular person at work had brought out, like right after we were done talking and praying, I was so spiritually assaulted in ways I have never been in my life. I was not ready for that. That tore me apart spiritually, and um, I don't know how to handle that. Like, I had to work to get the demons that were from that individual or from that location away from me, which I did successfully, thank God. But I wasn't ready for that. And I've been a Christian for a while. But even still, there's so many levels to this that go so deep spiritually. I don't even know. It's like, dang, God. But I also had to be thinking God allowed that to happen for a reason. You see, good things and bad things, they're not random. You know, things that the devil or demons, they can't do anything without, God even allowing it to happen. Sometimes he'll allow strange things like that or negative things to happen to you on purpose. Well, why would you say that? Because that's how you get closer to him. Because I was demonically attacked like that, well, where did I run to? I ran to God. I ran to him. He's constantly having us run to him. And we get closer to him. And what does that do? That strengthens us. Our faith gets strengthened in him. Now, I'm not going to lie, I got discouraged with it and I got hurt. And I'm a little bit nervous going back to work because I don't want to encounter that again. But at the same time, it's making me stronger. So please pray for my protection and that I get spiritual strength to be able to handle what I'm going to have to deal with. Not only that, I have to deal with stuff on YouTube. Oh my God, the comments. Oh God. Well, if you've ever wondered why I don't like read the comments and like talk back to you back and forth, my comments are turned off. Like, I can't, like, if you're saying something, I actually can't see it. Some of the stuff I've seen, I don't want to see, but I can't see. Like, if you're writing in the chat, I can't see it. In a way, I like that, and in a way, I don't like that. I don't like that because I can't fully talk back and forth with you the way I want, but I like it because I'm protected from some of the stuff. Man, I've seen some weird stuff, and it's some psychotic people out here, to say the least, right? But if you've ever wondered, why doesn't he say anything? It's because I can't actually see it. Um, At least for not right now. That doesn't mean I'm not going to turn it back on. Um, but it's crazy out here, man. I've been going for 25 minutes, and actually, people have actually watched and tuned in and actually cared. I didn't think anybody would care. Cool. Because I'm not big. I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm so small. What do I got? 215 subs. I'm like nobody on this platform. I'm no, literally nobody on this platform. But yet people still showed up for me anyway. That's the power of God. Maybe people are watching because you guys feel the same way as me. Maybe you're going through it just like I am. Maybe you're afraid like I am. Maybe you question your faith sometimes like I do. Maybe you feel stuck too at your job. I don't know. Maybe you can relate to what I'm saying. Where I feel like you want to call out to somebody. I mean, you call out to God, but you want to call out to a person, but you don't know who to call out to. Maybe you feel the same way as me. Or maybe you got people. I don't know. Um, Life is hard as hell, man. It's hard. It's hard. It is. But I can't give up. And you can't give up either. We can't give up. Because if we give up, if you and I give up, what happens is whatever's wrong is going to get worse. So, you listening, if you want to give up and you actually give, if you really give up, it's going to get worse. If I give up, my life is going to get worse. So, I can't give up. You can't give up either. We got to fight together. We got to fight together. And this channel is here not because I'm better than you, it's because we're on the same wavelength and we're fighting together. And we're fighting with God, right? I just need I just need your prayers to just for me to stay healthy. I haven't been sick this winter. That's a miracle. Keep the good fight of faith going. Protect me from demonic attacks. And I just also just need that prayer, man. I need that prayer for a new job. Please, God, in 2026, give me a new job. Keep that in your prayer for me. Oh yeah, of course. My name is Roberto. I mean, my subs know that. But if you're watching this and you don't know who I am, my name is Roberto. I'm the host of Redeem Live. So I've been going almost 30 minutes. I think that's good, right? I think so. Thank you guys. This was your boy Roberto, and I was back again with another. Well, this wasn't really a Redeem Live. This was more of a like requesting prayer. So until next time, peace. If I can, well, you know what's funny? I literally said until next time, peace, to turn the stream off, and it literally did not turn off. So why did that happen? What is going on here? All right, let's try this again. Thank you for your prayers. Keep me in your prayers. And until next time, peace. There we go.